Hello, my beautiful Pisces dreamers. I'm Sophia, your cosmic cheerleader from Zodiac Wisdom, here to wrap you in a starry embrace and whisper something magical. Your best chapter yet is unfurling right now. Picture this. You're nestled in your favorite armchair, maybe in a quaint Amsterdam flat or a sprawling American suburb, sipping tea, or perhaps a cheeky glass of red. Because why not? The years behind you shimmer like a misty dream, a tapestry of laughter, tears, and quiet victories. And then, out of the blue, the universe leans in close, its voice soft as a river's hum. Darling, your next adventure is calling. Are you ready to dive in? If you're between 50 and 70, my sweet Pisces, this isn't the end of anything, it's the dawn of something luminous. Age? Oh, that's just a number the cosmos scribbled in the margins. Your soul? It's timeless, boundless, a sea of possibility that only deepens with every tide. You're the Zodiac's poet, the one who feels the world's heartbeat and paints it in colors no one else can see. And right now, as winter fades into spring across Europe's cobblestone streets or America's blooming plains, you're standing on the edge of a rebirth. Not a quiet fade into the background, no, not for you, but a bold, beautiful leap into a life that's yours to shape. I know it hasn't always been easy. Maybe the kids have flown the nest, leaving echoes in the hallways of your London terrace or your Chicago bungalow. Maybe retirement looms like a foggy horizon, or the mirror reflects a face you're still learning to love. But here's the secret only a Pisces can truly grasp: your sensitivity. Your wild imagination, your heart that holds 1,000 stories. They don't dim with time. They glow brighter, fiercer, ready to guide you into this next act. So, grab my hand, or at least imagine it, I'm right there with you. In these 5,000 words, I'm pouring my passion for astrology and my love for you into a journey that's equal parts comfort, spark, and roadmap. We'll wander through your soul, untangle money worries, rekindle your relationships, and sprinkle some joy into your days, all tailored for you. My Euro-American Pisces tribe. By the end, you'll feel seen, lifted, and armed with ideas to make this chapter sing. Tell me, dear one, what's one dream you've tucked away, waiting to swim free? Because I promise you this, it's time. The stars are winking, the tide is turning, and you, my radiant Pisces, are about to shine like never before. Let's dive in together, shall we? Understanding yourself. Oh, my darling Pisces, let's sit down for a moment, you and me. Soul to soul. Imagine we're by a quiet riverbank, the kind you'd find winding through a sleepy French village or cutting across an American forest. The water's rippling, catching the light, and it's whispering your name. That's you, isn't it? A shimmering, ever-flowing mystery, even to yourself sometimes. At 50, 60, or 70, you're not just a collection of years, you're the Zodiac's poet. The dreamer who feels the world so deeply it's like you're carrying a piece of everyone's heart in your own. And right now, as the stars shift and the seasons turn, it's time to turn that gaze inward. Who are you, my beautiful fish, in this tender, golden chapter? Let's start with your heart. Oh, what a marvel it is. You're the one who tears up at a stranger's kindness in a Berlin cafe, who senses a friend's unspoken worry across the Atlantic before they even pick up the phone. That sensitivity isn't a flaw, Pisces, it's your superpower. By now, you've weathered storms, maybe a career that stretched you thin, a love that broke and mended, or a quiet ache for something you can't quite name. But here's the magic: those years haven't hardened you. They've polished you, like a pearl born from the grit of the sea. At this age, your intuition is sharper than ever. Your creativity a well that never runs dry. Tell me, when was the last time you let it spill out, scribbled a poem, hummed a tune, or lost yourself in a daydream that felt more real than the room around you? But I get it, life doesn't always feel like a dreamy watercolor lately. Does it? Maybe you're in a Stockholm apartment staring at an empty nest, the kids' laughter now just a memory echoing off the walls. Or perhaps you're in a Texas suburb, watching the days blur into a rhythm of routine: coffee, news, rinse, repeat. The world moves fast, doesn't it? Europe's hustle, America's grind. It's easy to feel adrift, like a fish caught in a current you didn't choose. Where do I fit, you might wonder, late at night when the house is still? I've heard it from so many of you, letters from a 58-year-old Pisces in Dublin who felt invisible. A 65-year-old in Oregon who feared her best days were behind her. Oh, sweet ones, let me hold your hand and tell you, you're not lost. You're just pausing before the leap. Because here's the truth, your Pisces soul was made for this moment. That same dreamy nature that makes you feel everything? It's your compass now. You don't have to chase the world's pace, you get to set your own. Remember Maria, a 62-year-old Pisces I met in Lisbon? She'd spent years raising kids, nursing ailing parents, always giving. Then one rainy afternoon, she signed up for a pottery class on a whim. Her hands shaped clay, and her heart shaped a new tribe, friends who saw her. Truly saw her. By the end of the year, she was selling little vases at a market. Her smile brighter than the Tagus River at dawn. That could be you, my love. What's your pottery moment waiting to be shaped? So, how do you start? Lean into that intuition you've honed over decades. Grab a journal, nothing fancy. Even a napkin will do, and scribble down what bubbles up. What makes me feel alive? What have I always wanted to try? Or take a walk, by the Thames. The Seine. A park in Chicago. Let the air clear your mind. You don't need to have it all figured out. Pisces, you thrive in the in-between. The misty spaces where others falter. This chapter isn't about certainty, it's about curiosity. And let's talk about that little voice. The one that whispers doubts. I'm too old, too tired, too late. Hush it, darling. You're not too anything, except maybe too wonderful to keep dimming your light. I see you, sitting there in your cozy sweater. Maybe in Munich or Montreal. Wondering if there's still time. There is. The universe doesn't clock out at 50 or 70. It's been saving this moment for you. You've spent years pouring love into others. Now it's time to pour some back into yourself. So, my radiant Pisces, take a deep breath. Feel the water of your soul stirring. The currents shifting. You're not just a survivor of life's waves. You're the artist who paints them. This new chapter? It's yours to dream up. One shimmering stroke at a time. What's the first color you'll choose? Write it down. Whisper it to the stars. And let's keep swimming together. You're not alone, I'm right here. Cheering you on. Finances and career. My lovely Pisces, let's pull up a chair. Imagine we're in a sunlit cafe. Maybe overlooking a canal in Venice or a bustling street in Boston. The air smells of coffee and possibility. And we're about to untangle something that's been swimming around in your mind, money and work. Oh, I know, those words can feel like a splash of cold water on your dreamy soul. But here's the thing, you're not just a fish adrift in the financial currents, you're the captain of your ship now. At 50, 60, or 70, this new chapter isn't about scrambling to stay afloat, it's about steering toward shores that light you up. So, grab my hand, and let's make money and career dance to your tune. Shall we? First, let's name the elephant in the room, or maybe the whale in the sea. Since we're Pisces, finances can feel heavy, can't they? Across Europe and the Americas. I hear it from you all the time, pensions shrinking like a sweater in the wash. Healthcare costs creeping up like fog over the Thames. Savings that don't stretch as far as they used to. A 63-year-old Pisces in Stockholm wrote me, her voice trembling through the page, about nights spent worrying if she'd outlive her nest egg. A 55-year-old in Atlanta confessed he's scared to check his bank account some days. Oh, my sweet ones, I feel that ache with you. You're not alone. Stats say over 60% of folks over 50 wrestle with these same shadows. But here's the cosmic wink. Money's just energy. Pisces, and you're a wizard at channeling it when you trust yourself. And then there's work. Maybe you're retired, sipping tea in a quiet Madrid courtyard, wondering what's next. Or semi-retired, juggling part-time gigs in Seattle, unsure if it's enough, or still clocking in, like a 67-year-old Pisces in Munich who told me she loves her job but dreams of something softer. Wherever you are, your creative soul is itching for an outlet. You're not built for soul-crushing spreadsheets, unless they're for planning a dreamy getaway. You thrive when your work feels like play, when it's a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. So, let's dream up some ways to make that happen. Tailored just for you. Start with finances, practical. But with a Pisces twist. Budgeting doesn't have to be a chore. Think of it as sculpting your resources like clay. Download a whimsical app, I Love YNAB. It's like a friendly nudge from the universe, and track your expenses. You'll be surprised how small tweaks, like skipping that extra latte in Paris or that impulse buy in Philly, add up. And investing? You don't need to be a Wall Street shark. Start small. Safe, bonds, a local co-op, or even a savings account with decent interest. A Pisces in Bristol, 59 and nervous. Put a little into a community garden project. She's now sipping tea from profits and fresh herbs. What's your gentle step toward growing your wealth? Now, career, or let's call it purpose. Because that's what lights you up. Retirement doesn't mean retiring your gifts. And working doesn't mean grinding yourself down. Your imagination is your gold mine. Pisces, ever thought of consulting? A 66-year-old in Barcelona turned her decades of teaching into Zoom workshops for newbies, flexible, fun, and funded her sangria nights. Or freelancing, writing, designing, crafting. I met a Pisces in Seattle, 68 and spry, who started knitting scarves for an Etsy shop. She said, "Sophia, it's like my needles weave my dreams into cash." What's your knack? My love? That hobby you adore, painting, gardening, storytelling, could be your next paycheck. And if you're still in the 9 to 5, tweak it, ask for fewer hours, pitch a passion project. A 61-year-old in Chicago swapped her desk job for part-time museum guiding, history's her love. And she's thriving. You don't need a grand overhaul, just a ripple that feels right. What's one thing you'd do if money weren't a worry? Start there, even tiny. The universe loves a dreamer who takes a step. Let's sprinkle some whimsy in. Money's not the boss of you, you're the artist of it. Picture your savings as a treasure chest. Your income streams as rivers feeding it. A little creativity goes a long way, like hosting a garage sale in Glasgow or selling old books online in Portland. And if it feels overwhelming, lean on your intuition. Sit quiet one evening, maybe by a window in Amsterdam or a porch in Austin, and ask, what feels safe and exciting? The answer will bubble up, soft as a fish breaking the surface. So, my radiant Pisces, take a breath. You're not here to drown in numbers, you're here to swim through them with grace. This chapter's about freedom, not fear. Picture it, a little extra cash for that trip to Provence. A gig that makes your heart sing. I heard from a 70-year-old in Lisbon who started a blog about her travels. Now she's sipping Vinho Verde from Ad Revenue. That could be you, darling. What's one small money move you'll try this week? Whisper it to me, to the stars, and let's watch it ripple into something beautiful. You've got this, I'm right here, cheering you on. Relationships and family. My dearest Pisces, let's gather around the hearth of your heart for a bit. Imagine we're in a cozy cottage. Maybe tucked away in the Scottish Highlands or perched on a hill in Vermont. The fire's crackling, there's a cup of something warm in your hands. And we're about to talk about the people who light up your world, your family, your friends, your tribe. You, sweet fish, are the Zodiac's keeper of connections. You don't just love, you feel love. Like a melody that hums through your bones. At 50, 60, or 70, those bonds aren't just threads, they're the anchors that hold you steady in life's wild sea. So, let's dive into this sacred space and see how to make it glow even brighter in this new chapter. First, let's marvel at your superpower, connection. You're the one who remembers a grandchild's favorite story in Copenhagen, who senses a partner's quiet sigh across a crowded New York diner. Your empathy is a gift. Pisces, a lantern that lights up the people you hold dear. By now, you've built a constellation of relationships, kids who've grown, friends who've weathered decades with you, maybe a partner who's seen every shade of your soul. In Europe's close-knit villages or America's sprawling suburbs, you've poured your heart into these ties. But here's the question humming beneath it all. Are they lifting you as much as you lift them? Because, my love, you deserve that too. I know it's not always a fairy tale. Maybe your kids are scattered, London, LA, Lisbon, and the phone calls feel too short. The silence is too long. Or perhaps you're in a Paris apartment, caregiving for a parent or spouse. Your day's a blur of giving until you're wrung out like a sponge. I've heard it from you. My Pisces tribe, a 57-year-old in Rome wrote me. Tears smudging the ink. About missing her daughter's laugh, a 69-year-old in Seattle confessed he feels more like a nurse than a husband some days. Oh, sweet ones, I see you. Your heart's so big it aches sometimes. Doesn't it? But here's the cosmic nudge. This chapter isn't just about holding space for others, it's about carving some out for you too. So, how do we weave this magic? Start with your voice. You're not just a listener. Pisces, you've got stories and dreams worth sharing. If words falter, write them down, a letter to that faraway son in Berlin. A note slipped under your partner's pillow in Boston. Tell them what they mean to you. What you need. I once met a Pisces grandma in London, 64 and sparkling, who started a book club with her grandkids over Skype. They'd read together, her in her Brixton flat, them in Manchester, and those Sunday nights became her treasure. What's your version of that? Darling? A brunch in Barcelona with old friends? A Zoom call with cousins in California? Make those memories, they're the glue that binds. But here's the tricky bit: balance. You give so naturally, hours on the phone soothing a friend in Dublin, days planning a family reunion in Denver, that you forget to receive. Say yes to help sometimes. My love, let your daughter cook for you when she visits. Let a neighbor in Amsterdam drop off soup when you're under the weather. You're not a burden, you're a gift. And letting others care for you deepens the bond. I'll let you in on a little Sophia wisdom: love's a dance, not a solo. Step back sometimes and let them twirl you too. And oh, the joy of rekindling. Who's one person you've drifted from? A childhood pal in Munich? A sibling in Minneapolis? Reach out. A text, a call, a silly postcard with a fish on it, because Pisces, I heard from a 60-year-old in Tuscany who reconnected with her college roommate after 30 years. They met in Florence, giggled over wine, and it was like no time had passed. That could be you, sipping espresso or iced tea, laughing until your sides ache. Life's too short to let those threads fray, don't you think? Now, let's sprinkle some lightness in. Host a gathering, nothing grand. Just your people. In Europe, maybe it's a rainy afternoon with tea and biscuits. In America, a backyard barbecue with the grandkids chasing fireflies. You're the heart of it. Pisces, with your knack for making everyone feel at home. Tell that story about the time you got lost in Venice or danced in the rain in Portland. They'll hang on every word. And if you're alone some days, adopt a furry friend, a cat in Copenhagen or a dog in Colorado. They'll love you with a purity that heals. So, my radiant Pisces, take a moment. Picture your crew, near or far, loud or quiet. They're your mirror, reflecting back the love you've sown over decades. This chapter's about tending those roots and letting them lift you too. Who's one person you'd love to hug or call this week? Whisper their name to the stars. Then make it happen. You're not just a thread in their lives, you're the whole damn tapestry. Let's keep weaving it, together, with laughter and a few happy tears along the way. Health and well-being. My darling Pisces, let's slip into something soft and sacred. Imagine we're barefoot by the sea. Maybe along the rugged cliffs of Cornwall or the sandy shores of Cape Cod. The waves are whispering secrets. The breeze is kissing your skin. And we're here to talk about you, your body, your spirit, the beautiful vessel that's carried you through decades of dreams. At 50, 60, or 70, you're not just a collection of years, you're a living poem. A melody the universe hums. This new chapter isn't about chasing youth, who needs that pressure? But about tending to yourself with the same love you've always given others. So, let's dive into your well-being, my sweet fish, and make it shimmer like the ocean at dawn. First, let's honor your body. It's been your faithful steed, hasn't it? Through late nights in Paris kitchens, early mornings in Chicago offices, dances in the rain, and quiet tears by candlelight. But lately, maybe it's creaking a bit, stiff joints after a damp Brussels winter. A tired sigh after a hot Texas day. I hear it from you, my tribe. A 56-year-old in Vienna wrote about knees that protest every stare. A 68-year-old in San Francisco admitted she's too weary to cook some nights. Oh, my loves, I feel that with you. The years leave their mark, don't they? But here's the cosmic truth. Your body's not betraying you, it's asking for a gentler dance. And you, Pisces, were born to sway with grace. So, How do we move? Start with water, your element. Your sanctuary. Swimming's perfect. Imagine gliding through a pool in Stockholm or a lake in Minnesota. Weightless and free. No pool nearby? A daily stretch works wonders, 5 minutes in your Lisbon living room. Reaching for the sky like a sleepy cat. I met a 55-year-old Pisces in New York who found peace in Tai Chi. Her arms flowed like rivers. Her mind settled like silt. She told me, "Sophia, it's like I'm dancing with my soul." Could that be you, my dear? Or maybe a walk along the Seine, through a park in Seattle, letting the rhythm of your steps hum a tune only you hear. What's one way your body's begging to move? Listen to it. Love, it's whispering, not shouting. And food, oh, let's make it a celebration. Your dreamy soul deserves a rainbow on your plate, bright veggies. Juicy fruits. Roast some carrots in Dublin. Toss a salad in Denver. It's not about rules, you're too wild for that. It's about fueling your vibe. A 62-year-old in Tuscany swapped heavy pasta for lighter soups and said she feels like a nymph again. And water, drink it like it's a potion. You're a fish. After all, stay hydrated. And watch your energy ripple back. Small bites. Big love, that's the Pisces way. Now, your mind, oh, what a wondrous, swirling sea it is. You feel everything, don't you? The world's joys, its sorrows, your own quiet hopes. At this age, that richness can tip into worry, nights awake in Amsterdam, replaying the day, or mornings in Austin, heavy with what-ifs. I've heard it. A 59-year-old in Edinburgh said her thoughts chase her like shadows. A 65-year-old in Miami confessed she's lost her spark. Sweet ones, you're not broken, you're deep. So, let's soothe that tide. Try 5 minutes of stillness, light a candle, breathe. Let your mind drift like a boat unmoored. Or doodle, scribble your dreams on a napkin in Madrid. It's not about silencing the waves, it's about riding them. And rest, oh, Pisces, you're royalty at rest. Nap guilt-free, it's not lazy. It's self-love. Curl up in a Copenhagen nook with a blanket. Or snooze on a porch in Georgia. The sun warming your face. Sleep's your reset button, 8 hours if you can. 7 if the world's too loud. A 70-year-old in Prague told me she started napping daily and feels like she's 50 again. When's the last time you let yourself drift off without a care? Give it a whirl, your soul will thank you. Let's weave in some whimsy. Your body's a temple. Darling, decorate it with care. Splash lavender oil in your bath, a Paris trick. Sip chamomile tea, an American hug. And laugh, oh, please laugh. Watch a silly show in London. Call a friend in LA who gets your quirks. Laughter's medicine, and you deserve a double dose. If the days feel heavy, lean on your intuition, sit by a window. Ask, what do I need today? Maybe it's a stretch, a treat, a cry. Trust that inner voice, it's your North Star. So, my radiant Pisces, picture this. You, strong and soft, glowing from the inside out. This chapter's about thriving, not just surviving. You're not chasing some impossible youth, you're blooming into the fullest you. I heard from a 67-year-old in Barcelona who started yoga and said, "Sophia, I'm not old, I'm alive." That's you, love. What's one tiny gift you'll give your body or soul this week? Whisper it to the waves, the wind, the stars. You're a masterpiece in motion. And I'm here, cheering every step, every breath. My radiant Pisces, we've swum a long, shimmering river together, haven't we? Picture us now, standing at its edge. Maybe it's twilight over a Dutch canal or sunset painting a California coastline gold. The water's calm, reflecting your boundless spirit, and I'm holding your hand, whispering, look how far you've come, and oh, how far you'll go. These 5,000 words were my love letter to you. My Euro-American dreamers between 50 and 70. We've peeked into your soul, untangled money worries, woven your relationships tighter, and sprinkled stardust on your well-being. You're not just stepping into a new chapter, you're writing it. Pen dipped in the ink of your wild, wonderful heart. Take a breath and feel it. You've got the tools now. That quiet intuition to guide you. A playful plan to make money dance. The courage to hug your people closer. And gentle ways to nurture your body and spirit. This isn't about perfection, my love, it's about possibility. You're not a fish lost in the tide anymore, you're the tide itself. flowing with grace and power. I see you, maybe in a cozy Stockholm flat or a sprawling Texas porch, smiling at the horizon. Age? Just a ripple. Your soul? A sea that never stops singing. So, here's my cosmic dare. Pick one spark from this journey and light it up. Journal a dream tomorrow morning in Munich. Call that friend in Miami this weekend. Stretch by a window in Paris. Or sell that painting in Portland. Start small. Start anywhere, just start. And oh, I'd love to hear about it. Drop me a line at Zodiac Wisdom. Your stories are my treasure. The heartbeat of this starry community. Together, we're not just dreaming, we're doing. What's one step you'll take this week? Whisper it to the stars. And watch them wink back. And if these words have lifted you, held you, made you laugh or cry, maybe even all at once, consider tossing a little love back to Zodiac Wisdom. A small donation, think a coffee in Lisbon or a pastry in Philly, keeps this space alive. Letting me pour more cosmic magic into your inboxes and lives. No pressure, just a nudge, because every ripple you send helps us keep swimming together. Check the link below if you're feeling generous. My sweet tribe, now, close your eyes, see yourself by that river. The sun dipping low, your heart full. You're not just a Pisces, you're a force. A poem, a wave crashing into this chapter with beauty and grit. I'm cheering you on, always. Let's make it a masterpiece, together.